So for a basic shoulder mobility, again, just like with all of your mobility assessments, you want to assess what your current available range of motion is. So we're going to start with trying to reach up above the head and then reach back behind. So you're working on flexion and extension. And again, trying not to use the body with it, trying to isolate just that one joint. So kind of see where you go, right? Feel a little tight there, feel a little tight there, and then reach back behind the head here. So we're working on external rotation, that's reaching out this way, and then reaching behind the back here, that's internal rotation. You can see I kind of lean forward a little bit. That's a little stiff for me, so being up nice and tall and tight and really working on getting that in there, that's a little tight, so that's something to note whenever we start working on our range of motion, okay? So just like with the neck and with all the other joints, we're going to do what's called the controlled articular rotations. We're going to do a shoulder car. So we're going to reach out in front, reach up, reach back and around as far as we can, down to the side, back and around. So we're trying to do as big of a range of motion as possible, just with the shoulder. So we're not moving the body all the way around. So we're trying to move just that shoulder as far up and back, turn the hand so the shoulder rotates, reaching back as far as we can, trying to keep the arm back this way as far as we can. But again, just using the shoulder down and around. And we always go both directions, reaching, turning. So just like with the neck, I talked about putting a pencil on your nose and trying to draw a big circle. So we're going to put a pencil on your index finger or middle finger and try and draw as big of a circle as you can around both directions, reaching as far as you can. And I usually tell people, think about pushing your hand away. Think about me being on the other side, pulling your hand away as you're doing that. That's going to let that shoulder joint get as loose as you can to reach as far around as you can, instead of just keeping it in there and not doing as much as you can, not accentuating that motion. So reach that hand out as far as you can, reach. And again, trying to just use that shoulder, so not using the body, leaning and reaching around. Sure, yeah, my arm goes really far. Well, I'm kind of cheating with the whole rest of my body to do that. So let's focus just on that one joint. And even, just doing that back and forth a couple times, my shoulder actually feels a little looser. And again, if you feel a little clicking, little popping, cracking, Rice Krispie type stuff, as long as noise isn't associated with pain, it's nothing to worry about. If you get to a point, a little click or clunk, and there's pain associated with that, that's something you want to see your PT about and get looked at, because you may have something going on in there that needs to get addressed. Doesn't necessarily mean you have a bad rotator cuff or you need surgery or anything like that, but it just means you might have some issue in there that needs to get addressed. The shoulder's a pretty mobile joint. There's a lot going on in here: blood vessels, nerves, joints, all that good stuff. And there's a lot that has to work together to get that thing moving the right way. So, shoulder, car, controlled articular rotation, up nice and tall, reaching that hand out as far as you can, and draw a big circle as far up and back and around as you can. So you're rotating that shoulder as far as you can, both directions. And you can do that sitting or standing. I like to do it sitting because you kind of force yourself to be a little more stable by keeping your trunk stable, reaching up and around. And again, when you do the other side, both sides may not be equal. Make sure that you don't try and force, this is my tighter side right now. I'm dealing with an injury, so I don't want to force that and that hurts to get the same motion that this one does. You just go as far as you can comfortably, with that one side. And if you don't push into pain, it will make things better. Your body will relax and say, okay, we can let this move a little bit more, and they're not going to hurt us. So take your time, go through it nice and easy, a couple of times each direction, a couple of times each side, see how you feel, progress, add some more, add in a couple of joints at a time. That's how you develop a mobility program. So stay tuned. We'll keep moving through some other joints, and we'll be able to put some stuff together and make some programs here soon. Thanks, y'all.